You want me to leave?
Yeah, if you wanna, you can just wait in my office
All
all
right.
night. I'm just gonna shut the door for our privacy.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you know that, I want you to be here voluntarily talking to me.
Okay.
Our conversation can stop at any time. But, with that said.
Like I'm not under arrest or
No.
anything like that? Okay.
No. But with that said, I already know the information that you know
Right.
regarding the press box fire.
Right.
What I need to know is I want to hear it from you.
You want to hear from me?
I want to hear from you what you know.
Okay. Well, there's probably one thing that you did not get when this all happened, whatever.
Okay.
Well, my cousin, he called me and they were drunk, and he told me what happened, which you already know the story.
Okay.
And I said, okay, you need to call your mom and you need to call the cops because he's having an asthma attack.
Okay.
And so
He was having an asthma attack?
Yeah, he had an asthma attack because he was freaking out
Okay.
so bad.
Okay.
But as far as them like making the bottles and all that stuff, I don't know what they did because I wasn't there. I was 8 hours out west. I was on the phone with my cousin. He called me freaking out, having an asthma attack. Told me what happened, and that was it.
Okay. And I have no doubt that you were not there,
Right.
and that you were not even in Vermilion. So
Right.
I want you to know that to begin with.
Yeah.
But I do know that you know what happened, and so that is what I want from you.
Yeah.
Obviously, with you having this information, if the state's attorney wanted to, she could charge you.
Right.
But if you're cooperative with us and give us all of the information and just lay it out as to what happened, there's a good chance that she won't find that necessary.
Well, I can tell you what I was told, but I wasn't there, so I
Nope.
can't guarantee you.
But that's what I'm asking you to
Right,
do,
right,
is
okay.
tell me everything that you were told
Well,
about what happened.
Pretty much what happened was, I guess they were trying to start a little fire in the alleyway or something, and then it got out of hand,
Okay.
and then somehow the building caught on fire, because they had, I think they had alcohol or whatever they used to fill little bottles with or whatever.
Okay.
And I mean, they did not purposely try to set off the building on fire. Jeremy and Jimmy wouldn't, and Nate would never ever try to do something like that. They got so much stuff going on, but even if they were drunk, they wouldn't do something like that. They were just trying to start a little fire in the alleyway, and then I think what pretty much happened is they used too much gasoline,
Okay.
and it got out of hand.
Okay.
And then I think they got scared, so they took off.
All right.
Pretty much what I think is what happened. What I got the gist out of it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was not intentional. They did not actually go and deliberately go and try to set that building on fire.
Okay.
So,
When was the first time that you found out about what happened?
well, right when it was, I knew it happened when he called me. Well, Nate called me, but like they were drunk. I mean, he was drunk, and he only told me a little bit, and I really didn't know much till I came back, because I was out west for the longest time, and I finally came back here.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't really know that much about it until I got back here.
What was your phone number at the time?
It's 813-285-3297. It's Tampa, Florida number.
How about you have a number from Tampa, Florida?
It's a long story.
Okay. Do you have that number anymore?
I don't.
Okay. So he called you that night when they were drunk. Did he call you before it even happened, or?
I couldn't. He might have, but I don't recall.
Okay.
I mean, we never really talked on our phone that much. We text, if anything.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's
Okay.
possible,
Okay.
but like when it happened, that's what he called me. He was freaking out.
Okay. So, I mean, run me through, like you're going through the conversation again, exactly what was said when, or as best as you can
Right.
remember what was said when he called you, how he was acting. And it was Nate that called you, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, he called me. He was very frantic. He could barely even breathe.
Okay.
He's like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? He's like, well, we just started a little fire in the alleyway, and then he's like, but now all of a sudden the bar's on fire. And I was like, what do you mean the bar's on fire? And it's like, is it a small fire or is it a big fire? And he's like, Well, I think it's the whole side of the building's on fire now. I was like, okay, well, you need to call the fire department and call your mom.
Mhm.
And then I was like, do you have your inhaler? And then pretty much he couldn't breathe, and so he hung up with me and he called his mom right away.
Mhm.
And then I got a hold of him later, and then he said he called it, like, it's probably like 15, 20 minutes later or something like that.
Okay.
I think I called him to see what was going on, and then he said that he called it in, and the fire department was there and everything, and he said he was okay.
Okay.
So
Um,
I can't, like, specifically, I
Right.
I don't know.
No, that's good. I just want you to stick to exactly what you can remember him saying. Did you guys ever talk about it after that time? After those phone calls? Did he, you guys obviously talked about it afterwards because he gave you information about, the bottles that they were using.
Not really, because then, they didn't want to get blamed for it, so I asked him about it. I was like, so the cops can talk to you? What's going on about it?
Mhm.
And he's like, no one's come talk to me, so.
Okay. Did he ever describe, what they put in the bottles or how they made the
No,
bottles?
he never told me that. I don't know if they used gasoline or alcohol. All I know is they were bottles from Nate's house.
Okay. And so from what you got from the conversation is that Nate, Jimmy, and James, or Jeremy, were all the ones that went over to the alleyway and made the fire.
Right.
Okay. And you said that it got too close to the building and caught the building on fire.
Pretty much what happened, yeah.
Did they ever mention anything else other than the bottles that they used to set the fire?
No, but Nate told me, I think there was like, he said there was something about something was flaming really good, like a propane bottle, when he was describing the fire to me.
Okay.
So I don't think they intentionally set that on fire, but I think it caught on fire or something.
Okay.
So that's something, I guess.
Did he ever mention that he turned the propane tank on? Or
No.
that they were going to use that in any way for the...
No,
Okay.
no, he didn't say anything. All I know is they were just making cocktails or whatever, so.
Okay. Did he say how close they got to the building when they were making the fire?
No, he didn't really specifically say, like, he just said it was in the middle of the alleyway.
Okay.
But I mean,
Did he ever say how the fire ended up getting their little fire to the side of the building?
no, he never told, they never talked about it at all, because they were worried they were gonna get in trouble for it, obviously.
Mhm.
So, yeah, all those little details, they didn't talk to anyone about.
Okay. So how much would you say information that he gave you after those phone calls that morning?
Oh, pretty much I just asked him from time to time, because I was out west, and I had my own problems, and I asked him what's going on with that. He's like, nothing. Said it was going around school and everything. He was like, well, are they doing an investigation? What's going on? He was like, yeah. It's like, okay. It never really got, like, I don't know, it wasn't
But you have no doubt in your mind that Nate was there
right.
helping start the fire.
Yeah, the thing is about Nate is he likes to deny things, and he's never got caught for anything in his life, ever.
Okay.
And I've taken the blame for him, for, like, when we were like, underages and all that stuff. And Nate, if he, I don't know, he doesn't know how to take responsibility for his actions. So,
Do you know of any other things that he's done?
as far as, I know, him and Jimmy got in a fight. I heard about that, but I wasn't here then again. But, yeah, Nate gets very violent when he drinks.
Okay.
And now it worries me because he has a gun, about a 9mm.
When did he buy that?
Probably 2 or 3 months ago.
Did you know where he bought it from?
I don't. I think he bought up in Sioux Falls. But he has concealed weapons permit. He carries it with him everywhere he goes. Even at school, he just leaves it in his car.
Okay.
And that kind of worries me because Nate's the kind of person that if he was really down about himself, he'd have no problem shooting himself or somebody else.
Has he ever made threats about that?
When he's drunk, he's made threats like that.
Okay.
But he just has that type of personality that he would just go out, and it's scary.
What are the threats that he's made when he's drunk?
He doesn't care. When he's drunk, it's like native and all fun. It's just, he cannot control himself, and everything comes out, and he's just like a whole different person, very violent. I don't know, he's not good at alcohol. I mean, when he's sober, he's there and everything, but he realizes he's pretty smart, but as far as alcohol, no.
Okay. Has he ever done anything to you physically?
No, never. Because he knows that I wouldn't tolerate it with him, so.
Okay. And you guys are cousins, right?
Right.
So
We're like brothers.
Moms or sisters, or how does it work?
Right.
Moms or sisters?
But the thing is, our family's kind of split up because of a greed deal.
Okay.
Okay, half our family, like, we got uncles down in Florida, they're really wealthy and FBI and all that. And
Okay.
then, like, I mean, there's just like this ongoing battle between the family and, like, specifically Nate's, like, mom and him, and that side of the family, they all try to act like they gotta be better than everybody else. So, I don't know, it's an arrogant thing. But
does Nate's mom know about what happened?
You know, I don't know if she does or not. Nate doesn't have really any like, friends right now.
Okay.
As far as I know, he just hangs out with his mom, so.
Do you think he would tell her?
It's possible.
I mean, he tried to call her that morning.
Well, he called her that night because he's having an asthma attack.
Okay.
So.
But you don't know whether or not he ever told her what was going on?
No, I don't.
Okay. What does his mom do for a living?
She's going to school. I don't know what school she's going to. She's transferred a few times. So
Okay.
she's going to Killian, I think, up St. Paul's.
You know what she's going to school for?
I don't. See, it changes. I know her address. You want that?
What's her address?
1804 South Cleveland Ave.
Oops, in Sioux Falls?
Yep.
Where, you said you were living out west. When did you come to Vermillion?
Well, let's see here. Today's July. I came back to Vermillion in December? No, it was January. January 9th. Because I had to serve jail time.
Okay.
I had court appearances out there, so.
So, when you say out west,
I was
mean
in Spearfish.
west South Dakota?
I was working for Stephanie Adams at Days Inn Hotel.
Okay.
She can vouch for me.
Okay. And so, when you came to live here in January, did you go directly to jail, or did you?
Pretty much. Like, I came here and all of a sudden my bond got withdrawn.
Okay.
So.
So when did you get out of jail?
April 28th.
So you were in jail when that assault happened between Jimmy
What do you mean?
and Nate?
Yeah. Nate told me about it, and then I was like, okay, this sounds, he just made it sound like cops came in and broke in your house. Like, cops just don't break in your house for no reason. And then I was in jail, and I read the little cop reports or whatever, and it said 21-year-old called being assaulted or a victim of a simple assault or whatever, and I sent him a letter in jail. I was like, well, what's this right here? And he's like, oh, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I talked to Jimmy, which I'm really good friends with Jimmy, and Jimmy told me exactly what happened. He said that him and Nate were drinking, and Nate got really violent because he was trying to steal someone's alcohol, and Jimmy told him no. And then I guess Nate pretty much started freaking out on him, and his roommates were there, I guess, when this happened, and that's
Jimmy's roommates?
right, and that's who called the police, I believe.
Okay.
So, and Jimmy's a really nice guy, but he doesn't like, I don't know. He'll try to Nate assaulting him or whatever. He just puts it off like it's nothing, but I don't know. Nate, it just really makes me upset for the whole deal. So.
What about the fire? What does Jimmy say about the fire?
He doesn't talk much about the fire at all. He's really down about it. He's like, I'm in really big trouble. He thinks he's gonna go to prison forever. So.
Okay. Has he said anything to you about the investigation?
No. Well, he said that you're gonna be arrested soon. I know that much.
Okay.
So.
Does Nate know any of this information?
As far as what?
As far as that this investigation is going on, that
I don't
Jimmy
think
and
so.
Jeremy have been talking
Me and
to?
Nate got in a decent sized fight. I was living with him up in Sioux Falls, and then me and him got in a fight.
So, you got out in April. Did you go live with Nathan at that time?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long did you live with Nathan?
Probably about a month and a half.
Was that until Nate moved away?
Well, Nate got a place up in Sioux Falls, and then I was kind of going back and forth. I was working at Hy-Vee here, and I was trying to get everything transitioned up there, and I finally did. And, pretty much me and Nate got in a fight, and then so he pretty much kicked me out of his apartment, which I was afraid that was going to happen. I knew that was because his mom was going to kick me out. I mean, his mom doesn't even like me because of the whole family deal, because of my mom's side of the family. She doesn't like me, none of us kids. So she hates me from the beginning.
Okay.
So I knew it was only a matter of time before I got kicked out of there or whatever, so.
Okay. So where was Nate living, or where were you guys living together in Sioux Falls?
23. It's 23, either 09 or 06.
Okay. 2309 West 3rd Street?
Yes. Apartment 204. They have he has a security door. So. Yep.
Is it just Nate that lives there right now?
Yep, it's
just you two were living there at the time?
Right, it's just a one bedroom.
Okay. And you said that he keeps the gun on him at all times?
At all times.
Does he keep it inside of the apartment when he's inside of it?
Yeah, he goes everywhere with it.
Okay. And you said he keeps it in the vehicle with him?
When he's driving, he has it underneath the seat.
What seat does he keep it under?
His driver's.
Does he have it loaded?
He has one clip that's empty inside of it, but he has a clip right next to him that's loaded.
Okay, does he keep one in the chamber at all?
No, it's clean. He always has it clean. But he has he bought these special bullets. He was telling me too that how they can't track them or whatever.
Okay.
So that was kind of whatever. Well, you know how they can track the casings or when the bullet shoots? Well, he bought these special ones where they don't. They can't be traced or something like that. So anyway.
Where do you say you got those?
I don't know. I don't know where he got those. He told me that when he was in jail.
Has he ever taken the gun out and shown you the gun, or?
Oh yeah, he showed me the gun.
Has he ever threatened you with the gun?
No. He knows better.
Has he ever threatened anybody else that you've seen with the gun?
As far as I don't know. Because usually when he was drunk, I'd be like, we need to put this away now. Okay? And then he has a lockbox, and I'd put it in the lockbox and lock it up and hide it from him.
Okay.
And no, as far as I don't, he loves threatening people. He's a big, I don't know what you want to call it, instigator. He always has to have the last word or whatever. And when he's drunk, he has no problem threatening somebody. And I guess if he's pissed off enough when he's sober, he could be the same way.
Okay.
He just doesn't care about anybody else.
So, I mean, you keep saying that he threatens people. What type of threats?
I don't know, they're just, I don't know what I can tell you, it's anything.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Has he ever said that I'm going to shoot this person, or I would shoot you if
well,
you
not
did this to me?
deliberately at one person, no, but I mean, he said stuff like that before, yeah.
In general?
Yes, in general.
Okay.
But he's
in
never,
regard to this fire at all, or?
No, but if he did find out about this investigation, which we're all afraid of, he could do something pretty crazy.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's one thing I'm worried about.
Do you believe that he would come after you or Jimmy or Jeremy?
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Okay.
If once he finds out he's, in trouble for this, he would not have no problem at all going after us.
Okay.
So.
And you said that he might also hurt himself?
Right. Sometimes when he gets depressed, he gets really down about himself. And I mean, he gets down to the level where he just thinks about suicide.
Has he talked about that before?
Yes, he has.
And what type of ways has he said he was going to try that, or?
He said he'd just shoot himself. He's like, when I just got out of jail, he was like, hey man, I was doing really bad in January. I just thought about shooting myself. I was like, wow.
recently?
No.
Because he knows that I've been trying to call him about this investigation. Has he said anything about that?
Yeah, he told me, I think I was on my way down to Vermillion to pick up some of my stuff, and he said that there was a detective trying to get a hold of him.
Okay.
So he's really, I know he's on a busy schedule. He's going to school at Southeast State.
Okay.
And he has classes from, is it Monday through Thursday, 12 to 4, he'll be there. And then he usually works overnights here at one of the, he's a CNA. I don't know if he's still here because I haven't talked to him about 2 weeks. I'll text him and be like, is there anything in the mail for me?
Okay.
And then yeah, I'm not sure if he's transferred up there yet. I doubt it. Like, we had the place down here, we got it all cleaned up and everything, so pretty sure he turned those keys in for that place. So I would think he's out here.
He was a CNA?
Yeah.
At where?
At I don't know the place. I think it's Sioux Valley. It's a branch out Sioux Valley. Here
like
in town.
the nursing home or
Right,
like
right.
assisted living?
Well, I don't know, what's the difference?
Well, the nursing home is actually at the hospital, and there's some assisted living places around Vermillion. There's also an assisted living building.
It's on this it's on the same block as the hospital, so it must be that then.
Okay.
I've been there. I don't remember what it was.
Okay. How long has he been doing that?
I think he's doing it for about at least 6 months.
Okay. And you said he was going to transfer up to Sioux Falls? Do you know where in Sioux Falls?
I have no idea. He had no idea what he was going to do.
Okay. What is he going to school for?
He's trying to aim for his doctor's degree or whatever, but I don't think he's going to make it. But I think he's just doing a medical technician right now.
That's Sioux Falls or Southeast Tech?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what building he has his classes in over at Southeast?
The main one, I believe.
Okay. Where are you living right now, since he kicked you out?
I'm living in Germany.
Okay.
But we're getting a place together here in a few weeks, so.
You and Jeremy are?
Yes.
Have you talked to Jeremy about this case at all?
A little bit. He just told me that they're in some serious trouble and that they're going to be arrested. And I asked him more about it. He said, I don't want to talk about it. I said, okay. So.
We had asked Jeremy to do a recorded phone call with Nate, and he hasn't yet. And I'm guessing it's because he's scared of what Nate's going to do.
Right. Well, Jeremy bought a nice car, and.
Do you think Nate would even say anything on a recorded phone call?
Yeah. I mean, but.
Like, if you called him and told him, I got to go talk to the police about this, what do you want me to say? You guys were all there, you called me that night.
Well, first off, he'll deny everything
On
right
the
away.
phone?
I'll tell you that. He'll deny everything 100%. That's how he goes. And, I don't know, he's like, I don't know, it's not my problem, you guys did it. That's what he'll say.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can do a phone recording, but it's not going to be much help to you guys.
You don't think he will say anything on the phone?
No, he'll deny everything.
Okay. As far as Jimmy goes, you said you were good friends with Jimmy.
Right.
Jimmy right now is not giving us information that Nate helped with the fire.
Yeah, because Jimmy's terrified of Nate, is what it is.
Have you talked to him since I talked to him?
Who, Jimmy?
Obviously, you've talked to Jimmy.
Well, I'm good friends with his sister, so yeah.
Okay. And he said that he's worried he's going to jail. Has he talked to you about what he has said to me?
No, they won't talk about it. Those two won't say anything at all. There's no talking to them about it.
Okay.
They're just like, yeah, we're in a whole bunch of trouble, we're going to pay all this money, we might be going to prison. And Jeremy's really worried because he doesn't want to lose his job, and, so is Jimmy because he's in the frat.
Right.
And he's going to school, so.
Okay. So, but I mean, from the information that you've got regarding this case, you have no doubt in your mind that Nate was there setting the fire along with Jimmy and...
Nate's all about getting out of stuff, okay?
Whose idea do you think that the fire was?
I could not even tell you on that one because I wasn't there, but they were all drunk. I mean, they were trash. And Jimmy and Jeremy, they drink a lot. I mean, they drink to the point, Jimmy drinks to the point where he just blacks out. So I can guarantee you that Jimmy was probably really trash and Jeremy was really trash, and Nate, he doesn't drink as much as they do, so.
Okay.
Because they, Jimmy and Jeremy drink straight liquor, and Nate just drinks beer, so.
Did they ever take you behind the press box and show you exactly where the fire was started?
No.
You said that he has the gun in his house. Does he keep it in a
Wherever
lockbox?
he goes,
right.
It's next to him, and it's never in his lockbox. Only time it was in his lockbox when I was around, because I told him I was on probation, I can't have that around, and I was like, you just don't leave a gun laying around your place or wherever, and so, yeah.
When he has it at home, where is it?
It's under his pillow when he's sleeping. That's what I'm saying, it's next to him. He has a holster, he has a underarm holster to carry under his arm, so it'd be hidden. And he has a holster for his hip.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't go anywhere without. The only place he doesn't go is once he goes to Southeast Tech or work, he leaves it in his car.
Let's say he goes into Walmart. Does he have it on him?
Probably a good chance, yeah.
Okay. And so it'll either be the shoulder holster or the side holster?
Right. And the shoulder one, you can barely even see it's on there.
Okay.
He has it on, so.
Okay.
So I say, I mean, at work or at school, he won't have it. It'll be in his car. But once he gets to his car, it'll be there. So.
Okay. You know, I mean, my issue is that Nate sounds like a very dangerous person.
Right.
And I definitely do not want to see Nate walk away from this with nothing and have Jeremy and Jimmy left holding the bag.
Right.
Jeremy and Jimmy have admitted to what they did.
Right.
Jeremy is willing to, Jeremy has said that Nate was part of this whole thing. Jimmy is not. My concern with Jimmy is that he's scared shitless.
Well, they both are. It's just Jeremy doesn't want, he's not afraid that, he knows Nate's going to come after him, but he's not afraid to fight him or whatever. Whatever's going to happen, he said, bring it on,
Right. And I want to do this in any way that's going to be the safest for you guys. I realize that you guys have a serious concern about something that's going to happen.
Right.
So, but, on the other side, I need to have your help in helping bring down Nate along with
I have no problem with that
this
at all.
case.
That's fine.
And with you and Jeremy getting the information together, we don't necessarily need Jimmy. If Jimmy's that scared to come forward.
Even the phone call enough from my phone should be enough, isn't it?
Right, and we have your phone records. That is the phone number that he was contacting that night. So, what I would really like for you to do is write out a written statement in regards to...
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna talk to James to tell me what it is.
Do you need me to go out and talk to James out in the hall?
Yeah, because just tell him that I'll only be kind of drag him down here.
Okay.
What do you want me to say? That they called me on the night of the incident? And
I want to just know from the first time that you even were aware of what was going on. Maybe a little bit earlier that night that they were calling you and they'd been drinking and stuff and you knew how drunk they were.
Okay, so they started off drinking. I got a call from Nate. They started off drinking and then...
As detailed as you can possibly be about any information they've ever given you regarding, you don't have to include all the information about the gun. I'm concerned about the fire.
Okay.
So any information you can give me regarding what you
Well,
got about the
so
fire.
everything pretty much is told you what Nate told me on the phone.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
I'm going to give you a moment to fill that out. I'll be right down the hall.
Okay.
Just go ahead and knock on the door whenever you're done, okay?
Okay. was being investigated.
Oh, okay. If you don't mind adding just the fact that when he was talking to you, he was having an asthma attack.
Okay.
I mean, because that just shows how freaked out he was about the situation. Is there anything else that we should know about Nate, or?
I think he pretty much told me everything. I mean,
Okay.
they're just worried. I mean, I don't think he knows where Jeremy lives, but yeah, he would have no problem coming after us.
Okay.
And like as far as he's concerned about me, I'm in Minnesota with my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
He doesn't even know you live in St. Louis.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's how bad this is. That's why I made sure, because I just made it sound like, don't you know, yeah, I'm living on a farm.
Okay.
So.
Well, you know, I mean, as smart as Nate thinks he is, Nate was actually the first person to give us information that, you know, as to who it was.
Right.
Because he was the one that opened his mouth during the assault last February and told officers to even look in Jimmy's direction for a press box.
And it's when he's drunk, you know, he's like, so, yeah.
So, you know, and he's the one who helped start the fire. He's in his own situation because of his own doing.
I mean,
so, you know, I mean, I talked to Jeremy and Jimmy about protection orders or stalking orders type thing.
But
you guys have us. I realize that.
My uncle's FBI, I know all about that stuff.
I get that. It's a piece of paper.
Right.
A piece of paper's not going to save you if he comes after you. But if he just comes to your door and is intimidating to you and starts talking to you,
he won't.
I can't do that. I can't. Well, I mean, I know he doesn't know where you live, but I can't do anything about that. If you guys have an order that says he cannot come within so many feet of you, if he just comes to your door and all he does is ask you what's going on with this case.
Nate's not the type of guy to do that. He would probably come around at nighttime and wait till we're sleeping, be sneaky or something. Nate would never come up and confront us.
Okay.
Especially me. He knows I have friends that would love, you know.
Okay.
So.
Well, you know,
I'm not.
Obviously, I cannot be your bodyguard.
I'm not worried about Jeremy. Okay. I'm worried about Jimmy down here. So, Jeremy's fine. Jimmy is what I'm afraid of. So, because when this happens, Nate's gonna try to make everyone's life a living hell because, you know, we made his life a living hell.
Right.
So he's gonna do everything and anything in his power that he can do to destroy us.
Okay.
So.
Well, and I have no problem waiting for the most opportune time to take care of this to try to alleviate some of that stuff.
Right.
But I'm going to give you my card. If he does in any way threaten you, or you feel like you want the stalking order, please don't hesitate to give us a call. Because we want to do whatever we can to help you guys out.
Right.
Okay? I mean, I realize that Jeremy and Jimmy are going to have to take responsibility for what happened with this.
Right.
But I get that they have remorse about what happened.
Right.
I don't get that from Nate.
Jimmy and Jeremy are really good kids. They were raised really good. They were raised on a farm and everything.
Right.
Like all Jeremy's cars and everything, he paid for that himself.
Right.
So.
And Jimmy's absolutely willing to go down for this and not even take Nate with him.
Right, I know.
Which does not make it fair.
Right.
So, do I have your current phone number on here? Is that the best one to get a hold of you at?
Yeah, that's my number right here, so.
Okay.
3700046.
Okay, and is that 4501?
45, the same as Jeremy's.
Okay, is it an apartment or?
Yeah.
Do you know what apartment number? 204?
Yeah.
Isn't that the one that was at 20?
Oh, no, it's 305.
It's 305?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say that's probably coincidence. That was the exact same. Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming down here. If I have any any other questions, I'll give you a call. Otherwise, I know Kelly wanted to still talk to you too.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Thank you very much. It was very nice meeting you.
Yep.
Ryan,
Yeah.
Crystal said you were cooperative and that's good, but I don't have some great news because my supervisor talked to me yesterday and he wanted